record on this computer. All right. So we see that buy side's already been taking out, right? So this is the high that we've been watching for. We saw that we got this push above relative equal highs, right? These are I would consider relative equal highs. We got this push up, starting chop, and then now we're kind of, forming that sell model. Like if we're looking at a bigger, actually, you know what? I kind of want to pull up. Is SPX gonna be the same chart? Yeah, it will be. Actually, no, it's not. Is there a way I can go to can I go ES2? There we go. Boom. Okay. Clean chart here. If we're looking at our model, right? Buy side liquidity's been taken. Again, if we look at like I kind of want to go to, weekly. If we're going to go to a weekly, people might say like this is buy side liquidity, which it definitely is. Like we could definitely still come up and take out this high, but I'm like pretty confident in the way that we're taking this high out here and the way we're rejecting that we most likely are going to, see this low being taken on a bigger time frame. Going to a daily, the way that I like this is because we actually got a market structure shift from this. Now, if we were to go back to here and say, okay, this is liquidity, these equal lows actually get taken out, right? This would be market structure shift. But the thing is since we created equal highs at the top, I would never short this because it would be like, this would be the play, right? Boom, right here. Daily fair value. This is on a very big time frame, right? We would never trade this. But, we're using the way that we look at the market and drawing it in on every time frame so we get an understanding of, price action. So this would be the short, right? Like if we're looking at a daily time frame, and I'll just like replay this, right? On a daily, this is a beautiful short. But the reason you don't take this short here is because you have equal highs above you, right? Now that's a rule that I always like to implement is never take a position when there's equal highs or equal lows like below you. Now, sometimes I take positions because there's equal lows and equal highs, right? Like if I'm taking a short position here and I see that there's equal lows down here, that gives me even more conviction and, like confidence in the play. So seeing something like that add on is something big as well. Like again, we push up right here. These created equal lows, right? So this had to get taken out first. This had to get taken out. So we moved up, created more equal highs here. We know that, this rejection means we're most likely going to come back down and take out these equal lows first, right? So that's exactly what happens. This liquidity gets taken because we know equal lows are going to be very big levels of liquidity because that's where retailers are going to, put their stop losses, right? So those are going to be areas that market makers are going to hunt. So turning off replay now. Oh, actually, I don't think I turned it off yet. Hold on. Replay. Okay. So now going back to this, now I would consider this being buy side liquidity is taken out, right? Buy side liquidity is taken out. We consolidate, right? I would consider this whole thing right here to be considered a smart money reversal. This is a smart money reversal, right? Consolidation after liquidity, right? No follow through to the upside, no big follow through. We're just consolidating at this level here because we're reversing. We're accumulating positions in this time. So now I would consider this to be breakup structure here. Market structure shift, whatever. After liquidity has been broken, right? This is the prominent next low. And we get a super nice level of displacement, right? We get the displacement we really want to see, which is, a big move to the downside. It's not like we poked right through this level and now coming back up to here, right? We got a big move to the downside. This is telling us sellers are present in the market. We definitely have more room to the downside. Now, one thing I am watching for is we have this volume imbalance on the daily. So this, we definitely could possibly come up to test this level here and fill this imbalance, right? A volume imbalance is when we have a candlestick open and there's like a gap here, right? So this is the volume imbalance we want to see. And as well, we have this fair value gap here on the daily that we're still holding, right? We are still holding this for, actually, let me draw this in with here. So, right. So I definitely think I am back pretty bearish. Again, daily model is still bearish. Most likely going to see this low being taken out, I'd say, in the next couple of days, especially with this big 4-hour or this daily candle. This is a very bearish daily candle, right? We get a huge push to the upside. Again, taking liquidity just for us to move back lower, right? This was the prominent high we were watching for, the last 3-4 weeks, or actually, 3 weeks, I'd say. All of our trading sessions, we were like, this is our prominent buy side liquidity, right? This is going to be a very big level for us. And so we came up, gathered liquidity. I actually want to review this because I would consider this breakup structure. So we're going to look back and see if there's a setup there. But I definitely think we are most likely now headed to take sell side liquidity, which is going to be the most prominent area I'm going to say is going to be this. So this is at 3935 around on ES that I think that we're going to sell off. So I kind of want to look into a smaller time frame now. And I kind of want to look back at this break of structure we had. I don't believe there was any sort of entry because it looks like, again, this was just a news move. So there's most likely not an entry for us at, yeah, exactly. It just kind of flushed through this level. So there was no really, oh, I guess, you know what? I mean, I was going to say that this is a 5-minute fair value gap, but I don't think I would ever play this to the downside. Number one, it's ginormous. One thing I did like though from this play is we had a fair value gap on the other side that was acting as resistance now. And I want to show you guys this as well. So we had this fair value gap that we've been acting, off of for quite some time on the 30-minute chart. We can see we bounced in this, bounced it again, and then now we're going through it, right? So we know fair value gaps, once broken through, they can then act as areas of support and resistance. And in this case, we can see once we broke through this level here, we had a beautiful retest, bounce, and then rejected this fair value gap, then to head lower and take out, the next low, and then ended up selling off the rest of the day. If we look at a 1 minute, we can see it's to the tick value, right? It's beautiful. Come up, perfectly reject this. This could be an entry, alone, right? Just a break of structure. I know a lot of traders that once they get a confluence of like a fair value gap, retest, whatever, and then they get the break of that low, that could be your automatic entry to get into a short position, especially when the market is very volatile like it was today after news. This is a very good way to trade because most of the time, you're not going to get the entry you want, right? It's just a straight down move. Again, like here, straight up. Again, we caught the nice trade here today off of this fair value gap, which we caught a beautiful long off of. But again, most of the move is just going to be straight up. So I know a lot of traders that will just enter off of that break of structure, whatever they want, targeting next sell side liquidity, which would be here, first target, and then second target, of course, would be, the bottom of this low here. So we ended up taking two nice trades on ES. We took the first one here on the long. My entry was not that good. It was like here. I had my stop at the bottom, and then my first price target was here, and then I ended up taking the second one off of this next big push. And then the second trade we took was right here, short. We had a fair value gap here. And I wanted to see, oh, what's funny? This formed equal, actually, it'd actually be better if this formed equal lows. Okay. So we pull back into this fair value gap, and I ended up getting a short position here. Again, beautiful scalp, stop here. Price target was here at the bottom. Again, we had relative equal. Now my chart didn't, this is an ES2, which is going to be a little bit different. But these formed equal lows, but on actual ES, it formed relative equal lows, but that was the reason as well that I knew that that level was most likely going to get taken out because, again, equal lows will act as a magnet. And then we got a nice little scalp entry here, beautiful reject, and we head back lower. So let's do a replay. Guys, do we want to replay today or do we want to replay sometime in the past? Let's go back to my chart. What do you guys want to do? We'll do today? All right, bet. Sounds good. All right, so let's start with going into today. So before we really even start, I'm going to put the replay back. Starting here. Okay. So going into today, what levels we're watching, right? Areas of liquidity. Number one, I already had a bearish bias going into today because of the model we were starting to form, right? If I zoom out a little bit, we can see that we rejected this 4-hour order block that we had here. We're starting to consolidate at the highs. Buy side liquidity has been taken. If we draw in a fib retracement as well from like here to here, we can see we're in discount price. So we definitely look like we're going to sell off to the downside. Now, I was expecting I wanted to see a push into this breaker block, and I see us hold, but we actually just ended up going right through this level. So I'm actually going to take this off now. So now going to smaller time frame areas of liquidity, I drew in this little trend line here. just adding more. Again, I'm not going to trade strictly off a trend line. I like to draw it in, just adds a little bit extra confidence, just a little bit more confidence on the play. So automatically had the idea we were selling off. Again, we had new weekly opening gap. So I was a little bit concerned because we could end up bouncing off of this, right? Like we did before. But I was mostly bearish on the day. But again, wanted to wait for news to come out. So let's start on the 1 minute here, 3x speed. See what happens. So market opens. At this point, I'm drawing in these highs, right? I can see that this short-term high got taken out already. So I'm most likely expecting this low to get taken. Right now that I saw this high get taken, I'm most likely expecting this low to get taken. There it goes. Takes that low, pushes right back up. Again, I'm still watching this area here, expecting to possibly move up here, but still rejecting this level. Again, taking buy side from this high. Right now, again, just kind of consolidating, chopping in this range. No strong bias here. News comes in. And then at this point, there's really no way to read what's going on here. It's just mostly strong volume coming in. And, that's pretty much it. Now, what can we draw in here? We can draw in, any really fair value gaps we see. So potentially drawing out areas we could bounce and reject off of, right here. We're in a fair value gap. This could have been a play, let alone let's, sell here. We'll see what happens. On a pullback, just trying to catch a trend move. There you go. Can I get a bigger sell off? Triple retest? Oh, I get stopped hard there. That's why we just wait, right? Oh no, what happened? Oh, I gotta go back. Replay. Okay. So 1 minute fair value gap. Again, this is the break of structure. Pulling back now. We have this the fair value gap I ended up drawing was actually on the 3 minute. It didn't really form. But we had this 1 minute here. So we're in a fair value gap here. There's also a fair value gap down here. I'm just kind of going to draw this in as one big fair value gap because there's kind of two there. Comes back in. Also, look at this too. This is also acting as support, right? This past fair value gap, we can see come up, reject, breaking through. This will now act as support mixed with this fair value gap, right? This was a beautiful entry, especially seeing all of these wick rejects. This was a beautiful trade. This is what we want to see line up, right? Showing strength that we're holding this level. Pushing back up. Again, like we said before, that 1 hour fair value gap, right? That 1 hour fair value gap that's been acting there. Oh, actually, it wasn't a 1 hour. It was a 30-minute, huh? You goober, give me that. All right, but there we go. Boom. Coming back down again. Break of structure. No fair value gap really given, right? So no real entry to the downside. Now, what I would start looking for is this. I would consider this now potentially break of structure here. Boom. Draw that in. Would want to see a little bit more displacement. All right, that's kind of good. We're starting to get a little bit moved down. Again, not the best displacement. Looking at a bigger time frame, we have this 3 minute fair value gap. Now, this would be a really good play. This is a nice play that I actually didn't see at the time. But again, this looks really good. Let me see if we have anything on 2 minute. Nothing on 2 minute. There is some fair value gap here on the 1 minute as well, right here. So I would definitely take this short here. This is actually a really good short, I think. This would have been a really nice short. Literally, boom, perfect right there. To the T here. We'll see if it holds or it ends up rejecting. Look at that. Yeah, that would have been a really, really nice entry there. And then, of course, we get that nice entry that we ended up getting right here for shorts. Again, I knew this low was never taken yet, so this is where we're most likely going to be heading towards. So once I saw that we actually held this and we haven't broken it yet, that gave me confidence to then get in short and ride down to the sell side liquidity level. So going into this, that would have been a really nice short opportunity that I didn't see at the time. And then honestly, I think the rest of the day the price action was pretty fucking boring. We'll see what happens. So just watching this, I'd be watching this high right here, still watching this fair value gap. Just watching. We'll see if I end up seeing anything right now. Equal lows. This will get broken. Triple equal lows. There we go. Broke. So now I'm kind of watching this now. Want to see liquidity break, but I want to see a small move and then a big move to the upside now. Want to see us go right back in this and take out that high, that short-term high. This right here. I want to see this level get taken now. There we go. I don't want to see that. Oh. There we go. No displacement though. No displacement. We have a fair value gap here. I don't think this will hold though. It definitely could. But since there's no real displacement here for a right, like there's no follow through, we just kind of go above it and then head back in. So I would not consider this to be break of structure here. And it'd be this high now. Again, I would not take this long here. I would not take this long here. Just because I want to see more strength going through this level, right? Right now we had no strength. All volume dies down. Like we have no volume to the upside that we're not taking anything, and then we just sell right back off. So I would not take this long. I would not take this long trade here. This will most likely not work. Yeah, it just goes right through, right to the downside. All right, we'll see what happens now. Watching this high now. Again, slow volume here. Again, no displacement, right? No break of structure. This would not be considered break of structure. No follow through. Now, I would consider this break of structure because look at the displacement. We get strong volume, big move up, right? Buy side, next buy side's this high here. Now I'd want to see a setup. Oh, don't even get a setup, right? Just goes straight through. So now I want to look at a bigger time frame. What am I looking at here? Have a 5-minute order block here. 3-minute order block. 2-minute fair value gap. So we're most likely going to reject this. Now, I wouldn't necessarily short this. Like right here, I wouldn't short it right here just because I wouldn't short strength. But since we are here, I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to short this. Yeah. Straight bang right there. Straight bang. This will most likely head to lows after that big rejection. We'll see. Oh, I might take liquidity. This should go to new lows. Oh, right here. Re-entry right here. Re-entry. Look at this. Fair value gap. Big rejection. Adding to my position here. Lowering my average. Should sell off now. There we go. Oh my God. Let me see those lows taken, bro. That's a fake move to the upside. I already know. Scaling my position here. All right, last off. Scrap attack. This guy. Look at bigger time frame. 5-minute fair value gap. Really, I would not play off this at all though. Since we just took out like this big low here, I would not look to really short this right now. How do you make it look so easy? Guys, again, like I always say, the biggest guys, it's all experience. Like the more time you put in, that like I know it seems like for me, I've been doing this for so long that it's natural for me. Like I just think in like the way that this shit moves. Like it's just how I think because I've been doing it for so long, for like thousands of fucking hours. It's like a second language to me. And you'll get to that point. Trust me, you'll get to that point where you can just, it's natural. You can just think of it. But it's all through experience. The more time you put in, the more, you can actually recognize what's in front of you, the faster you're able to see what's going on, right? All takes time though. Are you going to take a trade tonight, or are we take a look at the day? No, we're just taking a look at the day and then going to talk about tomorrow. Again, we have more. I think Powell speaks again tomorrow, so we have news all week. So we're going to be careful. Yeah, we don't take trades at night, only market hours. This high is now getting taken. There you go. Liquidity, they're taken. That high's taken, then flushes back down. Yeah, I think the rest of the price action today was pretty. I don't think anything else happens. Yeah, it's just kind of. Oh, maybe there's some kind of something here. No. Oh, wait. This could have been a play again. No fair value gap really given here. Actually, let's check a bigger time frame. Here we go. Oh, that hit to the T? Oh, kind of, wait, barely given it. Sure did. Oh, is that to the T? Oh, that's to the tick, baby. That's what we like to see right there. Look at this. Look at this. They say markets aren't algorithmic, bro. They say markets are not algorithmic, but look at these wicks. Bro, like guys, the market moves off of algorithms. Everything you see is all done by algorithms to specific prices. So looking back at this could have been a short opportunity. Targeting this low here. Did this form equal lows? And then it gets taken here. Okay. Let's go into what we're looking at for tomorrow. Actually, does anybody have any questions first before we go over the charts? The last of the charts. Yes? What's your question, DJ? EH versus EL? Dude, I don't even know what that means, dude. Am I dumb for saying that? Oh, equal highs versus equal lows. What do you mean? What do you mean versus? How do you play them and when to short long? Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So equal lows and equal highs, I won't necessarily take place, primarily off of that, but it's definitely something that will add a lot of confidence onto my plays. So the way that I think about equal highs and equal lows is I know that will eventually be hit. Like within a 10-minute time span. Okay, yeah. Like especially if so like if we're scalping, right? So let's actually go to today because I'm sure we can find an example in the 1 minute. Right, like these equal lows right here formed, right? So these equal lows get formed right here. Like let me go back on replay. Right? Equal low formed right here, and we end up, bouncing off of this, right? So maybe I'm looking to, scale into a short position. So I'm like, okay, wait, maybe like, is there a fair value gap here? Like I might look to maybe get into a short position. So I'm like, okay, there's a 2-minute fair value gap, right? And I'm like, I know that this level is most likely going to be taken out. Like I know that this most likely will be taken out, and we're in a very bearish, like this could be a nice little scalp, right? Like this could be a nice little scalp. So like it comes up into the fair value gap, I'd be like, okay, let's see how this plays out. I know these, this is going to get taken out most likely. So it's, it might be worth a try. You could see rejects perfectly off of the 2-minute fair value gap, and we end up taking out these lows, end up actually taking triple low, and then we end up taking out. There we go. I see setups where it'll have equal highs and equal lows. How do you play them? Yeah. So I think of it as just a magnet. It's a magnet, right? Now you can use that in different ways. Knowing if is it going against your position, right? Or is it for your position, right? Things that you want to, take into account, but don't overthink it. Like don't just exit your position because there's equal highs or equal lows, but definitely be cautious of it. And it'll definitely, lower the grade of the setup, right? It'll lower the grade of the setup because there's equal highs, but you're choosing to take the trade, right? Like something like that. If that makes sense to you. That's all I was gonna say. Thanks, dude. Awesome, brother. Any other questions, guys? All right, let's go into what we're looking at going into tomorrow. So going into tomorrow, I am currently right now, I'm bullish, and I'm bullish in the morning. As long as we hold this 4-hour order block, I'm definitely bullish because we have that proper retracement. I definitely think that we want to have some kind of relief bounce from this order block, potentially coming back up to a fair value gap down here, and then eventually taking out sell side in the coming days. But looking at a 4-hour chart and going down to like a 30-minute or a 1-hour, this is my prediction. I'm just going to say, come up, we take liquidity maybe one more time, fake out, come back down into this fair value gap, and then form something here. I'm on a 30-minute. I don't even think this. I think that's too long. I gotta figure out what I'm going to do here. Wait. All right, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say fake push up, liquidity swept, boom, 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 boom. And then like, boom. And then I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be like, yo, that looks good. Like for long, like that looks good. News tomorrow. Is it at 10 like today? It's at 8 a.m. Wait, is this my time or is this? Oh no. Okay, so it's 30 minutes after market. It's 30 minutes after market open. Okay. Fuck. All right. Okay. Most likely just gonna wait it out then. Most likely just gonna wait it out. And it honestly kind of scares me because the way I'm thinking about it right now is if we have 2 news days in a row, we could just flush to new lows. Like we could literally just go to new lows. Like this could be such a big rejection, and I wouldn't even be surprised. I would not even be surprised if we took out this low tomorrow. Like, to be honest. We'll see though. Yeah, I would not be surprised if we take this low out tomorrow. Again, I don't think that we are going to take it out, but I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. So don't take my word fully for it. But I am a little bit bullish going into tomorrow. I do want to see some kind of relief bounce to the upside. I do think that we will come down to this eventually, but I think that we'll have some kind of bounce beforehand. I'm going to look at a 1-hour time frame. I'm going to take all this old stuff off here because I don't need it anymore. We do have a 1-hour order block kind of here that I'm going to draw in. I'm going to see if I see anything on a bigger time frame or a smaller time frame. Now I'm going to zoom in. Go to a 30-minute. This 30-minute actually aligns with this fair value gap, so I kind of like that. I'm going to draw this in now. So we have a 30-minute fair value gap along with a 4-hour order block. Or sorry, not 30, 4-hour, 1 hour. So yeah, most likely expecting, I want to see a push into this and then maybe head back lower. Again, if I'm going to draw a fib though, we still have a little bit more room to the upside. All right, if I was going to draw in this, you can see the 50% level is all the way up here. So we'll see what happens. Again, we can maybe come back, retest this breaker block, right? Retest the breaker block we had, and then come back lower. So we shall see. All right. Any last questions, guys? See you in the morning. Much love. Did you guys learn something? Let me know if you guys learned something. Ugh. I hope these sessions are very beneficial for you guys. What is MSS? Market structure shift. I learned something every session. Awesome. That is that's the best thing I could possibly hear. Can you post the recording and miss the beginning? Yeah, I'll post it. I have I'm going to post actually like 3 of them tonight because I have like 3 recordings that I haven't posted yet. First time in charting. Great job. Much love, brother. On YouTube, yeah, it'll be on the YouTube. I'll put it in the Discord, the channel, the past recordings channel. I'll be posting it in there. Love the replay and you talking through what you're seeing. Awesome, brother. Much love. Sounds good. Helps me learn the most. So happy to hear that, bro. All right, guys. I'll post those recordings right now. I'll get them out in probably like next 20 minutes or so, and I'll post them in the channel. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Enjoy the rest of your night. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for news. Hopefully we'll get some good action and we'll get some good plays tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Peace.